Right, and Joe, welcome to Frank Warren, welcome to BT. When did this all come about?
Just recently, we was in talks behind the scenes, management and that, and I spoke to him before, and it's really great news to get the deal finally over the line, and with the joining of Frank Warren and Richard Schaefer. So I'm glad to be on board with BT and ready to get in some big fights.
So on Saturday night is Daniel Dubois at the Wembley Stadium, and we can't ignore the fact that there's been a bit of sort of noise on social media about it. Daniel Dubois being a hugely rated British heavyweight contender, likely to be holding a British title sometime soon. Where does that Dubois fight lie in your future?
I'm not sure. I think everybody on social media thinks the fight is happening, but it's an option for me. But I have the European title shot and also the world title shot. So I'd love to win the British title as well, and if Dubois wants to challenge me in the future, I'm open to offers anyway. I've got a lot of options in that. So,
but ideally, you'd go European first.
Yeah.
And Cabello, do you see that being a difficult fight for you?
He's been offered the fight twice, and he had, potentially his career highest paycheck to fight me, and turned it down twice. So now that I've got the mandatory spot, I'm gonna punch his lights out and take the title, the European.
How many rounds?
Oh man, I don't know, as many as it takes.
Now you've your last fight was with Bermain Stavern, former world champion.
Yeah.
And it was a slugfest, but in the end, fairly easy night for you.
Yeah, he took some shots. He's very durable. He gave me some shots. I walked through some shots and managed to get him out there in the end. But I was surprised. I was lining up shots to his jaw, to his temple, everything, and uppercuts, and he was still standing. So,
is that the first time you felt like you've had to walk through shots in the ring?
I think I block a lot of shots with my face, but I think that's changing now. So,
is that the first thing Adam Booth says? Like, stop blocking shots with the face.
Yeah. Number one, lesson one.
It's quite a good tactic. In the build up to that as well, there was a little bit of beef in fight week as well. Again, caused by this man, I think, wasn't it? Sam Jones, who's again off camera, causing trouble. Were you annoyed when he started winding up Stavern? Thought, oh god, this is going to get me into trouble here.
No. I mean, he can deal with it. It's I had Stavern climbing over the table to get at him. Luckily, there was security round, or Sam would have been a goner.
You don't back him then.
What do you mean? I stood up, but then I was like, oh, there's so many security, I might as well just sit down.
You didn't back me.
I was just like, go on then, mate. He's over there.
Your next fights, obviously you're past 30, but you're young in the game, so you're
that made
probably
me a bit worried. I'm past 30.
Yeah, you're past 30.
Oh, yeah.
This is your retirement interview now.
Get my Zimmer frame out.
You probably want to accelerate now a bit, don't you? So what do you see the next few fights being?
Well, I think I'm going to have one next month, like a warm-up fight, and then I'll be in some two or three big fights after that, and after that, then I'll be looking at the top three.
You're already looking at the top three then. You're not hanging around, you're seeing those world title opportunities, and you want to take them as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, start with the European, move on to the WBA regular, and then shake some of them other ones loose, and I'm ready for big shots, big fights, and I'm ready for anyone.
Your career so far, how have you had to be really patient in holding back? Because every time you've been in, you've won with ease. We've seen you in the gym before when we've been up in Big Bear. We see that you're a dominant heavyweight. You're in there with Tyson Fury, and you wouldn't be sparring with Tyson Fury if you weren't, capable. Yeah. How has it been with these with these fights you've had so far, having to hold yourself back and not just jump into the big fight straight away?
Yeah, I think it's a process. Like, you can't. Like Lomachenko, he went in his second fight for a world title fight, but I think to get some notice, you have to have a few fights, and I've only had 8 fights, but I'm ready for anyone, and I'm like in my prime, so it's strategically I need to get there pretty fast. So it can be like hard sometimes to like find opponents that are willing to put everything on the line and to challenge me. So, and I'm moving in the right direction. Joe Hanks, Bermern Stavern, and I'm edging that closer up to the top spot.
Where are you learning more, in the ring or in training?
I think it's a bit of both. Like you got to learn new things and try out things in training, in sparring, and you need to like keep on doing it, repetition, until in a fight you're not thinking about it, and it just comes out, and it's a process where you have to keep on practice, like perfect practice. You practice something perfectly, and then in the fight it comes out perfect.
The experience you've got in the States, that's the big thing that people aim for, really, isn't it? When they turn pro all around the world, it's you want to make it in America, and you've got there early in your career. Obviously, you've trained in Big Bear as well. How was the whole American experience for you? Yeah,
it was really good. I boxed in front of loads of American fans in the Staples Center, and I was on. That was amazing. That fight with a piece of history with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So I was privileged to get that opportunity, and I'd like to thank God and thank Al Heyman and all that, our management, S-Jam, and so and it was good. I did like 2 training camps early on with Salas in Vegas, and moving to Big Bear and being under Abel Sanchez, training alongside Golovkin and stuff like that. So, I had a really good experience, and really got to go around different gyms in America and pick up different stuff, pick up things, and it was a great experience.
So the top heavyweights in the world at the moment, the top 3, generally considered Fury, Joshua, Wilder, all of them potential future fights for you. How do you see yourself beating them? Because they say styles make fights. Which one of those do you think you'd have the easiest night against, and which one would give you the hardest night, do you think?
I think probably Joshua is probably the most balanced heavyweight. He's got the speed and the power as well, and he's quite durable. But I think with Fury's strengths, he's very elusive and hard to hit, whereas Wilder may not have the best boxing skill, but he's got that freakish power. So it's like each one has their strengths and weaknesses. But I don't know. I'm ready for all 3 of them soon. So I have to deal with that when the time comes.
Fast forward a couple of years, and you're holding one of those belts. How do you think people are going to describe you as a heavyweight boxer?
The juggernaut, coming forward, throws loads of shots. Probably going to have more head movement now I'm with Booth, and that explosive, maybe a bit more elusive and stuff like that.
How many sessions have you had with Adam so far? How long have you been working with him?
So I've been working with him for, I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks now. So I'm already picking up some more stuff, and I've been having really great sparring sessions where I'm like trying out new things and stuff like that. It's a very great gym. I've got there's Josh Kelly, there's Ryan, there's Conlon, Harlem, and Shannon. Like it's it's really good vibes in the gym, and it's interesting. Good to be a part of a new stable of really good fighters.
Was there the first 2 sessions he wasn't taking it easy? Was it like aches and pains after day 2 or 3, thinking, whoa, blimey, here we go, this is a new trainer, new practices, new different drills, everything like that?
Yeah, some of them leg circuits are killer. Like, I was doing one last night, and it's tough. It's because each trainer has their little thing that is different, and so my training is completely different. So it really hurt when you're trying something new. It like really hurts. Like, so that's what I'm going through now.
And you're based down there in Kent now.
In Surrey.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. How's that been? A bit different from Big Bear.
Yeah, it's there's no snow.
And you can breathe a bit.
No
easier,
bears or lakes or puddles or whatever it is.
How did you find that Big Bear? So obviously we've heard today about Golovkin and Sanchez splitting up. How did you find that Big Bear experience? Because it's one of those sort of famous old gyms, and you've got to experience it already. So how was it being up there at altitude and in that sort of fairly quiet town and in such a sort of esteemed gym as well?
Yeah, it was a definitely experience. Like, you got to be a certain kind of person to survive up there in the mountains, and go through all the rigorous conditioning training that Abel puts you through. And I think I learnt a lot, and it's good. It's good to spend time with the guys training up there, and going down into LA and having that whole American experience, driving around. And
you're not missing the altitude though.
I don't know. The air was really fresh, and it smells like pine and pine trees and that. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's what it's all about. Training camp, smelling of pine.
But
it needs to get Booth to get one of those little things you hang on it. Yeah.
That was great.